The Tampa Bay Bandits. Man, I'm Fox, and today it's the quick video about the team missing the playoffs and the Tampa Bay Bandits. This team blew it. It's that simple. They blew it. This team, at the start of the year, most people had them as the undisputed best team. They had everyone thought was the best coaching staff by a mile. Everyone thought they had the best quarterback by a mile, which has turned out to be a bunch of no way. This team was able to get the job done the team ended up basically blowing out a team by 14, and they got blown out by like 31. And then actual close games, basically the whole season was defined pretty much through weeks like 3 through 7. In week 3, they were able to just barely squeak by the Gamblers, thanks to a field goal with just a few seconds left. Then in week 4, they ended up losing a close game to the Stallions. This one was mainly just the fact they were not able to score at the end of the game. And then in week 5 against the Panthers, they barely beat the Panthers. They were only able to beat them thanks to the Panthers fumbling the ball at the end of the game. And then the game that pretty much ended it for them, really, was against the Stars. They ended up losing the Stars. They turned the ball over on their final drive, and that put them in a hole, especially since their next game was against the Generals, where they did put a valiant effort, but once again, they had the ball for an insane amount of time and lost. And it's pretty bad. I did a whole video on the Stars one, but they pretty much did the same thing against the Generals. And then that was pretty much it for them. They were able to beat the Gamblers to keep their hopes alive, but against the Breakers, they just ended up choking it away, and they lost by 11. And now this team's out of the playoffs. Overall, for this team, honestly, it's all thanks to pretty much Talmu. I hate to say it, but Talmu and their pretty much non-existent ground game for the season is what ended up doing them in. Jordan Talmu was supposed to be the best quarterback in this league by a mile, and he ended up being a total failure. And I probably will do an entire video about how he is the biggest failure or bust or disappointment, whatever you want to say. I hate to say it, but he is. So overall, they missed the playoffs. They missed the inaugural season playoffs, and it is pretty deserved. I don't think anyone's shocked that this team is it feels like it's one of those teams where they missed the playoffs, but no one's really upset about it. They had every opportunity to win, and they ended up not doing so. Congrats to the Tampa Bay Bandits. You guys missed the playoffs.
Gets the win to go to 6-3, but more importantly, they're in the playoffs.